In this video, we'll be discussing knockout support for responsive images, which relies on the object fit declaration in order to combine the best aspects of background images with actual image assets. So we'll start by adding an image on the page. Go down and grab one of these images, and with our standard image asset, you're a little bit limited in what you can do with it, but by wrapping it in a div, we can start to crop it and manipulate it in different ways across the different viewports. So these classes all start with just the image class, which sets overflow and relative positioning to the parent. And then from there, we have different aspect ratios which are defined with top padding. So for instance, we might want this image to be a wide 21:9 image, and you'll see sort of the shape of that in the top padding, because however wide the image is, it's going to be 42.857% as tall. And once we add the object fit cover class, what that's going to do is essentially position the image absolutely to fill up the parent div and have it behave a little bit more like a background image. That means that we can change that aspect ratio if we wanted it to be 1:1, for instance, and it's just going to fill that that image size, or the div size. So the improvements to this are that we can add alt text to this. It's super easy to replace. You don't have to worry about creating a new background image class or renaming the class or anything like that. And the other thing is that we can adjust this across different viewports. So where we might want sort of a very wide cinematic display on desktop, that's not going to work quite as well at mobile. So we might want to add the class 1:1 mobile, and we can optimize it for different viewports. If we wanted to go further, we might do 4:3 tab, and then also 1:1 mobile. Now within that, since the image is going to retain specific proportions, we can wrap it in a div and say we want that to be let's call it a column, and let's say we're going to create a column that is 6 columns wide, and then we're going to center it, and you're going to be able to retain, the aspect ratio and the proper cropping that you want. Now that might be weird for tablet, so we might change the number of columns to 10 call tab, and then maybe 12 call mob. So this gives us all sorts of flexibility in terms of how we want to optimize the image across different viewports still retains the SEO features of the standard image, and also the ease of updatability of the image without the hassles of maintaining classes specific to the content as it would if we used background images.